Shunboku, short for Karate Shunboku Kai, which means Karate Friendship Organization. We have sessions in central London pretty much every day except Friday and Sunday. And we're working closely with the University of London Student Club and the King's College London Student Clubs. Most of you probably have heard of karate. The word means empty hand. It evolved in Okinawa in the far south of Japan, with influences from mainland China mostly. And then it was brought to mainland Japan, where it developed from a self-defense art to a sport basically. So we're going to show you a few things today from karate, and hopefully you're going to enjoy yourself. We're going to start off with some basics, so if you guys want to line up. Basics are like the vocabulary, the equivalent. If we think of karate as a language, basics are the vocabulary. And we practice those to perfect individually each one of the techniques. So let's get on Barai Kaite. Forward. Oizuki. Going back. So that was a basic punch to the abdomen. Going forward, Gerambarai Yakuzuki. Coming back. So that was a lower block or a lower strike below that level. You can use your imagination if you want, followed by a normal punch to the solar plexus. Coming forward, Sotuke empty. And coming back. So that was a parrying across, or can also be used as a against a lock against the joint, followed by an elbow to the ribs. Left leg forward, guys. Ageuke, maige. That was an upper level block or strike, followed by a kick again to the abdomen. Yame. Now these look like exaggerated, impractical moves. They are exaggerated, but they are actually natural moves. So Lara is standing there normally. Her hands can go basically in only one of 6 directions. So they can go in, they can come back. And that was basically the punch and the pullback that you saw at the beginning. From there where she can lift the arm, and if she does that in a karate way, that's the upper block that you saw earlier. If her hands have to be somewhere apart from her body, she needs to bring them across. And that's the chuge, we didn't do it before. If the hand's out the other way, she needs to bring it back. That's natural movement again, and that becomes sotu. So yes, they are exaggerated, yes, they involve a chamber, but that's only to show where the hand is supposed to be coming from because it's already there. Now, if basics are the vocabulary, you can string those together and make sentences that have a certain meaning, and this is kata or forms. So, get some space, guys. We're going to start with a novice kata called unedited. Rick? unedited, Yui? So like I said, these sentences have meanings. So if you guys want to partner up. These forms are a mnemonic to help us remember different techniques and how they go together to be useful in self-defense. So we're going to start with the opening move, and we're going to do it from a lapel grab. So one person grabs. Defending person, first thing that happens is they lift the arms to protect the head from a possible headbutt or from a possible punch, and then they strike the arm and the head. Good. And one more time for real, guys. Fast, in your own time. Good. And yame, right? As people progress, katas become more flashy, more complicated. So we're going to try to do a black belt level kata called Niju Shiho, which means 24 steps. Be gentle with them, they only learned it this week at our summer camp. So guys, get some space. So yeah, we just came back from Cornwall where we spent a week training on the beach. It's something we do every year. Whenever you're ready, guys. Come here. Again, partner up. Let's show the meaning of some of these moves. So for this one, we're going to start with a choke. Lara, first thing, is going to lift her hands to protect her head in case a headbutt comes in or something. And then she's going to strike the arms and immediately strike in the solar plexus in the face. Normally, hitting a person in the solar plexus will cut off the wind. And then hitting them in the face really hurts. So normally this should be a knockout strike. Sometimes things don't go as planned. So for example, the strike might not knock him out. It will almost certainly loosen his grip. So for that, in that case, go, strike, punch. Lara is using the last move of the kata to put on a lock. If this one is done fast, it becomes a throw and it's quite a dangerous technique. We're not going to do the throw for safety reasons. course, this depends on the arms being still available. But since we are striking the arms might just not be available to grab. In that case, let's grab it. Yeah, good. So once again, starting with the same sequence, strike, but this time the arm came back. So instead, she's taking the lapel and driving a knee in. She's using that time that she bought with the knee to shift her grip around his collar and put on a choke. But people usually, when you choke them, they will fight back. It takes some time for a choke to take on. So she's just pulling him across and striking him in the back of the spine. And those were all moves that you saw in the kata. One more time, guys. Thank you. And of course, katas are meant to help us develop self-defense skills. And who else want to partner up? Let's show a few more self-defense. One of the most common attacks that happens in a brawl or pub attack or a street attack is a right hook punch to the head. Because the pecs are the larger muscle groups for the arm, to move the arm, so that's the strongest way people generate a punch. So, number one, don't get hit. That's the number one. Next bit is they're going to follow up with a strike and a knee. And there are other techniques they can keep doing from there depending on what happens afterwards. Good. Of course, sometimes it's not just a single punch. It could be followed by a second punch and a third punch. So if they do it like they did it now, what might happen is that they get knocked out by the second punch. That would be not fun. So it's important to put that, to gain control of the situation immediately. So guys, try to do it, double punch, gain control of the situation. Good. Okay, next thing. Another thing that might happen is that somebody grabs your wrist. Why? They're trying to pull you with them, they're trying to whatever. So there are many ways to get out of a wrist lock. In reality, wrist locks are actually really silly. There are just too many ways to get out. You want to show some of them, guys? So in this case, they're using it to turn it into a lock, a wrist lock. But if they just want to get out of it, realistically, it's just very easy to get out. So I'll show a few ways to get out. Okay, thank you guys. Sometimes things go to the floor. You might get hit, they might get lucky and they get one punch in, or you might trip. Sometimes things go to the floor, so it's important to be able to gain control of the situation and regain balance. So we're going to start from the floor, and Cher and Zach are going to try to get themselves back on their feet and away from the problem. So let's pretend Cher just got knocked out, Zach's on top and he's hammering away or trying to choke him. Cher needs to free himself and get back on his feet where he's strong. He's not listening to me. Cher, get back on your feet. Because when you're in the street, the person who attacked you, they might have buddies. And if you stay on the floor, they will come over and start stomping on your head. And that's just a lose-lose situation. So you want to get back on your feet as soon as possible and run away. Of course, to develop as martial artists, we need to be able to work with whatever we have. So we do things that are not necessarily self-defense applicable, and that's locks and tap-out scenarios. So Zach and Cher, we're going to play a little bit on the floor or not on the floor and try to get each other to tap out. How about some randori, guys? Freestyle, groundwork. So Zach is pulling Cher back and going into a guard position, but he's using his leg, which gives him very few options. Now Cher is going to try to get out of the guard using his elbows on the inside of the knees. Right here, it's quite painful. Can't see, I think he's putting an arm bar on his neck. Good. Good. And back. Thank you guys. Hey. Sometimes the attacker will not be empty-handed. Sometimes a knife might show up. It might show up at the beginning of the fight, or it might show up after they realize they're losing. So it is important to be able to keep calm and deal with the situation. So Zach got control of the arm that holds the knife, and disarmed it and returned the favor. Was a defense from the backslash where Cher put on an elbow lock and took Zach to the ground. And the psycho attack, or the neck, or the base of the neck. The weak point of that attack is when the arm is all the way up, because that's where the weak point of the shoulder is. If Zach loses time and the attack starts coming down, there's no way he's going to get away with it. Once again, as with self-defense, it's very important to gain control of the person and the knife immediately. If you miss the first bit, you will get stabbed, because nobody goes for a single stab. I think the guys want to play with a baseball bat now. So Zach and Cher initially evaded it and then jumped right into that zombie. Again, the strong point of the baseball bat is the tip. As long as you're not near the tip of the baseball bat, you're pretty safe. And if you're far away, that means the next swing is coming at you. If you're moving closer, then you have a chance of actually doing something. And again, the weak point is when the weapon is pulled back, not when it's swinging at your head. There are no prerequisites in terms of fitness, strength, flexibility in order to start karate, but on your journey, you do need to develop strength, you do need to develop your flexibility, you do need to develop your stamina. And we do several things to work on that. One of them is working with pads. So I think we're going to see a few punches and a few kicks happening at pads. We use pads because so we can actually hit hard. If we hit each other really hard, nobody's going to stay really past the first lesson. So Zach here is practicing his roundhouse kicks. One to the knee, which is something you can use in self-defense to take out an opponent. And then one to the midsection and one to the head, which are more from the sports aspect of karate. You're not really going to try to lift your leg up there if your life is in danger. I think Lara is doing backwards roundhouse kicks. Good. working on a squatting punching drill from our fitness classes. We also do a fitness class twice a week. I think the girls are getting jealous of showing off their flexibility. And the boys are getting jealous. Still work to do there. Okay, other things that we need to be proficient at are break falls. In karate, they're not very prominent, but we do have throws, or you might, simple things are just slipping or tripping over and falling. You need to be able to break your fall without breaking your wrists or any other vital parts. And yeah, I'm not joking, we had people who had just tripped and fell over and the break fall saved their nose. So I think Zach and Cher want to demonstrate some break falls and some rolling break falls. Roberta is showing a throw that starts from a rear bear hug. So she's kicking the leg or stomping the foot to make sure she's actually on the floor in case somebody lifts you. Then she's using the arm that's around her as a throw. While Lara was demonstrating the side break fall. Okay, Zach's feeling flashy. He's going to jump and roll over two of his friends. Try not to land on the speaker, please. Good. Want to try three?
Amazing.
Guys, maybe come a little bit closer so he doesn't crash into the speaker. I don't worry about Zach, I worry about the speaker. Nice. Good. Can we have a clap for Zach, please? Thank you. So, like I said, we are Karate Shinboku Kai. Shinboku for short. You can get flyers. I think there are some at each corner of the matted area. We train Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays in the evenings and Saturdays in the afternoon. And feel free to come find us. We'll be here in the second session as well as tomorrow. If you have any questions, grab any one of us and feel free to ask anything you want. Thank you very much.